Okay, so this is going to show you just a little bit about how to navigate the different views in Asana. So I want to kind of start with my tasks. So my tasks is anything that's been assigned to you will land on your recently assigned section. And essentially in Asana, each bolded heading is what we call a section, and then the tasks and subtasks within that section. So then if you scroll down, then you've got another section. In your My Tasks, you have typically a set number of sections, due in 3 days, due next week, and then you can add on for yourself. And you can change the names of these. I would not recommend changing the recently assigned tab because I'd like to use that in future automations. These sections then, you can also view them in the board view, which we do for the graphic designing. Mostly you're going to be using the board view if you are physically moving tasks from one stage to the next, when a task moves from section to section. If the sections are buckets for, let's say, social and then newsletter and then podcast, you wouldn't necessarily use the board view because you're not moving between sections. You are containing those tasks within the section. Then you also have your calendar view, which obviously is self-explanatory. But then let's go over to our client folders. So in our client teams, which are the main sort of folder that houses everything for that client, you've got a couple of things here. You can add some details, maybe some quick links back to their Google Drive, that sort of thing in the About Us. And then inside of their project, when you go into a project, you also have those same different views. So the overview, just seeing everything about the project, again, adding anything that you want here. We'll get a little bit more in detail with this down the line when we add more automations. Your list view is the same as before. Sections that house specific subtasks. Use your board only if you want to move things from section to section. Timeline is kind of nice if you are using milestones and long range tasks. When you have a specific single task, let's say, for instance, I'll just do an example here. I'll make this task just due on a single date. So let's do May 21st, right? So we'll just do May 21st, and then we'll look at the timeline. Your single task shows up as a tiny little piece inside of this timeline view, but it does allow you to see long range tasks. So for instance, when we're creating those content batches, we kind of see how long we have to create that batch. And then your milestones are significant in that they show up differently inside of your timeline view. All the other views are available as well. Calendar, all of that. For now, these are sort of your recommended views inside of Asana. Okay.